I'm very happy to welcome you to this discussion on the European Integration and Development Fund, a progressive approach towards European solidarity.
How to progress, how to define a political roadmap to let this idea materialize.
We're very happy to have so many experts to lead this discussion today. So we are very much looking forward today to have Dr. Sina Fontana. She is a deputy professor for European and German constitutional law, administrative law, social law, and public economic law at the University of Potsdam. And we are very much looking forward on hearing her expert opinion on the legal feasibility of the Integration and Development Fund. Then we come to Birgit Sippel. She is a member of the Progressive Group of Socialists and Democrats in the European Parliament. She's also a German Social Democrat, and she is the coordinator of the very important LIBE committee, so the Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs. Then we are also very happy to have Thomas Spieß on board. He is the Lord Mayor of Marburg, and together with the NGO or social movement, grassroots movement, Seebrücke, he received the Göttingen Peace Prize for his commitment to refugee relief. And then last but not least, we have on board Agnese Papadia. She is joining us from the European Commission, from the Director General Home, so General Migration and Home Affairs. She is a policy officer on community sponsorship and integration in the Legal Pathways and Integration Unit.
The European Union has a competence based on Article 78, which enables the creation of financial support measures in connection with the admission of refugees. The allocation of financial resources for the urban development projects can be based on Article 79 if these projects have a direct or at least an indirect reference to the integration of third nationals, including refugees. An example for direct measures is a language course for refugees. Indirect measures can be cultural centers or sports clubs. The primary law differentiates between the competences for migration, asylum and integration on the one hand, and the competences for urban development on the other hand. Projects with no reference to the integration, such as development of cycleways or a sustainable waste management, cannot be based on the competence for integration. Alternatively, the allocation fund can be based on Article 174 following TFEU and Article 162 following TFEU. But the central condition is that the allocation of financial resources is not linked to the voluntary admission of refugees. Otherwise, there's an unlawful combination of competences which is not intended by the primary law. In order to implement the fund as intended, primary law would have to be changed in such a way that funding can be linked to the voluntary admission of refugees.
Are there still possibilities to have this more holistic approach for doing something for the whole community?
So we describe integration as something that benefits not only migrants, but should benefit the whole population. So in the narrative, I think we go very much in line with your proposal. For example, we are working on a new facility for funding together with the European Investment Bank, where it will be possible, for example, to combine some loans from the European Investment Bank with some grants under AMIF, so that it's possible to, for example, do some work on infrastructure, but also to include integration support. So there are many things that are happening and that open up, I think, good opportunities to go at least towards or in the direction of the objectives of your initiative.
So one of the things that they actually always say is, well, if you do want to do more, do it with your own resources. So wouldn't this kind of incentive to actually have enough money, not from the national level, but from the European level, also make your advocacy position a bit stronger?
True. Yes. And if you have in the beginning the problem of who's going to pay, you may destroy the whole idea. So a fund would open a chance to those cities that are willing to give a good example, would give a chance to help where people are wanting to help.
And it would be preferably if we had an independent fund, especially because of this holistic approach, but that's not possible at the moment.
What may be possible, nevertheless, is to find the right opportunity, at least for some pilot projects. Then we have to spend the money, but we also have to spread the message. If we want to have a new fund starting from 2027, we have to prepare the debate for this already now.